I can show you that I love you without putting a paper to it or without signing a paper. Such a person is afraid of commitment. Those people, most of those people that say such a thing, they rather cohabit than marrying such a person. One moron will tell you that he does not, or he or she does not need a paper to prove their love for you. Please, if such a person tell you that kind of thing, carry your 2 left legs in case you have any other extra leg. Borrow leg and run.
Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I'm particularly really excited about this particular YouTube video. I'm sure you're always excited about every YouTube video. Well, why not? Why should I not be excited? This episode, I'm going to be something is going to be different about this episode. But what are things I cannot love that people say I love basically? So we'll be debunking it as I do. Drum rolls, please. My makeup. When you're here, you're welcome. Let's talk about love. Come closer. So, number one thing I believe is a lie that people tell people that, oh, this is love. Number one thing is that love is not a feeling. I feel like a lot of social media, like there's so much. I think social media has not done that to help people, like debunking that lie actually. You see people's wedding videos and all of that, you think that love is a feeling or all those nice stuff that you actually see on Instagram and everything. For like couple videos and everything, I think that is love. That's not love. I read a particular book, Meaning of Marriage, and that book made me have like a big respect for married people or even marriage in general. Made me have a big understanding. I'm actually drawing like some lessons from that book. So number one thing you need to know is that love is not a feeling. Love is not what? A feeling. Love takes anything, love, relationship, marriage, they take hard work. And I don't know why like the society does not emphasize on it that much. And I think the society kind of even emphasizes on it a lot because we see that the rate at which people are divorcing and all has actually increased. And I don't want to talk about like the whole problem and all because I'm not married and there are so many like different reasons why people actually like divorce and all. So I don't even want to talk about that. But now that many of us, like many people watching this video, I know that you're like in your 20 something and you're not, most of you are not married, obviously. So you're probably like my age mates also. So love is not a feeling, love is work. If you are looking to get married, I would advise that you learn from people who are older than you, people who are actually have gotten married. Ask them, take books. My pastor will say that. I'm sure some of you are inside here. Yeah, you want to get married and you have not read one book on marriage. If you know, you know what I'm talking about. So, if you are looking to get married, it's important that you take like things like counseling. You understand what exactly love is, the essence of marriage, like what exactly is the entire thing of marriage. Don't just focus on the entire like Instagram glam and all those things are fake. Like they don't last. Not necessarily all of them are fake, but those are not the important things that you should dwell on. So the second thing I want you to know is that love is like 10% feelings or emotional. Like I said, 10%. Like I can even reduce it to like 5%, while it's like 90-95% action based. If you look at our Bible, when we actually talk about what exactly is even love, you see that the Bible is like, oh, love is patient, love is kind, love does not envy, love is not boastful, love does not like rejoices in wrong, or like when people fall down, like you're like, hey, this love is hopeful. You know that all these things are action based. They're not feelings based. Like none of those things are feelings based at all. Like contrary to what we think that love actually is, it is not. Like love is not, is 10% feelings, while the rest of it, 90% of it, have to do with like actions. Another thing I feel we are getting ready for love, and I feel like making buttress on like our first, like second point about how like 10% like feelings, even among friendship, we can see how love even among friendships, siblings, and everything. It requires like effort. It requires so much effort. It requires you being patient. It's a lot of action oriented based. You cannot tell me you love me. Like even God even said that you cannot tell me you love me and that you hate your brother. Or you can't tell me you love me and you don't obey my commandments. You can't tell me you love me without and you are doing the things that I hate. Like that is honestly not love. So love is action oriented. That's honestly my own belief, and it's not feeling like it is really like 10% feelings. Like feelings may not necessarily be there. People that are married, they always feel this honeymoon phase all the time. But for the books me are ready, they don't. So people that are married, so if you are going into marriage, like now if you are in your dating season and you think to like I used to like things are not the same as we used to be before, and you're like, oh, I don't feel like we used to feel before because of like, oh, I'm off just feeling it, that kind of thing. It's maybe some things may be wrong, true. Maybe the person is not reciprocating as you should, or yeah, that kind of thing. I don't want to talk too much on it. So another thing I learned about like that people think that love is not that think it's feelings, and I feel like love has a lot to do with communication. Love has a lot to do with communication. This is like a big one, honestly. I don't know if people you read novels, but I love to read novels. But unfortunately, I don't have so much time to read novels. This particular book, if you have read it, can please be redemption. Let's give a small dive, small gist on it. So, in the aspect of like communication, she's currently married to somebody who is not a high school sweetheart. The person she was married to, a high school sweetheart, and probably a high school sweetheart or something, they ended up breaking up apart like a long time ago. Why? I feel like a lot of the reason, people that have read the book, if you know, please let me know. A lot of the reason actually had to do with communication issues. That was actually why she split up with her high school sweetheart. I'm sure you're wondering why you mentioning high school sweetheart when she's actually married already. Do you understand? It does happen in the book, and I'm not this is not the so to say book review, so to say. But a lot actually happened in the book. And in the book actually she split up with her high school sweetheart. Why? He went to play, he is a footballer and wants to like go professional into football, so he traveled across, so competition between them was not so to say really strong. Apparently during the match he had like a serious like fatal injury, and parents knew about like their relationship and all of that, so her dad took her over there. She was like, okay, when she entered to go to the hospital to see, he was unconscious. But the first person she saw in the room was a lady, a very pretty lady, and she got jealous. She was like, and this guy was unconscious basically. He was still like, he was not conscious yet, so he was still like, let's say, coma or something like that. So that was how bad the injury was. And she just stayed with him till she knew he was better, but she just wondered who that woman was. She didn't ask any question. She just assumed that, okay, probably the reason why you were not, or what they call it, probably the reason why you are not talking with me any longer is because of you found another person. Maybe that's the person that is with you right now as you are in the hospital. That kind of thing. Remember, she did not ask so. The guy did not say so. She's the one that assumed on her own. So that's how, when she found out that he was getting better and all, this is her high school student I was talking about, not that married, but this is like flashback. But I want you to learn something new on communication. So she was actually with him and all and everything. He was not yet conscious and he got better. And the doctor said that, oh, he's actually getting better and everything. The moment she knew that she got better, she left. And when the guy woke up, he was unhappy that why didn't this girl come and see me at all? Like, why? Like, we're good guys, like we're dating and all of that. Like, why didn't you come and see me? That kind of thing. He was angry. He did not reach out to her. She left, and the person, apparently the lady that was with him, was actually like, I think all these people that used to help people incorporate and all of that. She was literally like a nobody, literally, but that girl assumed that kind of thing, and she just meant there was literally no communication between them. He was angry and so that, why did she come and see me and all, and she was angry and all that, who is that girl in the room and all of that. So a lot has to do with communication in love, relationship, dating, marriage, so many things, like communication. Knowing how to say what you mean and saying it in a way that the person will be able to understand it. And even knowing when to say it and when not to say it is also really, really, really important. That was how this book is. Should I spoil it for you guys? If you have not read the book, it's actually a very, very interesting book. You should actually read it. This book, she was looking for a 21, she's married, and all of that, high school sweetheart came into the picture, fast forward into future. And this, her current husband, she's having issues and all of that. She's having issues with her husband and all of that. And people are like, that's, you know how the whole situation will be. But go and read it. It's a very, 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 very good book. Well, you can learn like a lot from marriage, despite how it is a novel. I love Karen Grace, but she writes like really, really, really awesome novels. So that is the second thing we're learning on marriage. Love is 10%. Like, no, love has to, a lot has to do with communication, and we learned that love is not feeling, like love is not a feeling. It is 10% emotional and like 90% action oriented. So
another misconception I have heard about marriage or love is that there has to be a right person. I believe a lot of people have even missed the right person from trying to find the right person, if you get what I mean. So, and that doesn't mean I'm trying to tell you to settle. At all. I'm not trying to tell you to settle. I'm not trying to tell you to settle for someone who is not making efforts on you or trying to make, whether you're a girl or you're a guy. I'm not telling you to settle for that. No, not at all. There has to be efforts in relationship. Like, that is how you show that you love someone. Like we said earlier in the beginning, like foundationally, love is not a feeling. Love is like 90% action oriented. You have to show me that you love me. You get what I mean? So I feel like a lot of books and like really good books from proven authors, that's also another thing. It's very easy to write on relationship. It's very easy to write on what you are not. See, it's very easy to write too. Actually, not just easy to write, but like it's very easy to talk. Let me just put it like that. So I feel like if you desire relation, you desire love and things like that, it's very important to even find out what exactly is this love, what exactly is this marriage thing, what is the purpose of marriage, so that you don't just enter it blindly for the sake of it or for the fun of it. Another thing, like as we were saying, there's no so to say right person. There is someone God has intended for you, true, but like you have to prayerfully pray for the person, but at the same time, because of we're all imperfect people, for goodness sake, marriage will test your character. Even relationships safe will test your character. If you had a bad relationship before, a bad character before and you were hiding it, when you enter a relationship, when you enter marriage, it will bring it out. That is where it will come out the more. So I believe from when I was reading that meaning of marriage again, I will still call that book again and again, was that I learned one thing I majorly learned was that when you are in marriage, that marriage actually helps you refine your character. God uses marriage to refine your character, or love to refine your character. It helps you because if you look at what love is patient, love is kind. Those are the attributes of who God is. So God is telling you as a person to be patient with this person, be kind to this person, be gentle with your words to this person. That is what love would do. So true love is action oriented, like we said earlier, and we are all not perfect people. we are literally working towards becoming like Christ. So if you are so fixated on finding the right person, you did miss the right person. But instead, find out who is God's right person for you. And with prayer and also like you using your eye, your head, your heart, everything, using, even not even using your eye, your head, using God's like opinion and yardstick and things like that, and also seeking counsel. Like, I feel like when you are in a relationship, you should not be the only person knowing about the person. Your friends should know about the person. Your mom or your dad should know about the person. People should know who you are dating, so they can say, this is a good person, or this person, run, pick your shoes and sorry. That kind of thing. So I feel like that is another thing I learned about true, that I feel is a major misconception about true love. Like you have to find the right person or something like that. So another thing I have found that, or rather, there's a major lie that I've been hearing around. Streets are saying that marriage is marriage is a bondage, or marriage is a contract of like a prison contract or something like that. I think people who say that are afraid of commitment. If you like, let me just explain. Let me see my point. Because why will you say that marriage is a contract? Like it's a contract or a prison contract, something like that. People go ahead and say, I want to that I can show you that I love you without putting a paper to it, or without signing a paper. Such a person is afraid of commitment. Most of those people that say such a thing, they rather cohabit than marrying such a person or marrying somebody. They rather to settle for. They want to. How they say it? They rather just cohabit and like say, don't worry, I'm going somewhere. They rather just cohabit and not even like marry the person at the end of the day, because they are like, if I cohabit, I can really find out if the person is for me or not for me. That is where that compatibility lie comes in again. People say that, let us find out if we are compatible enough before we sign a paper or something like that. Like, that is leaving room for, I feel like that is the sacrificial thing of love that we can even learn from Jesus and God. God literally took a toll on us, like a bet on us, saying that I'm going to send my son to die for us. And we could say, what if maybe God had advised us and took advices from angels, and they were like, God, are you sure it's the right thing you want to do? That these human beings, you don't get sense, so that are you sure they will respond to your love by sending your only son to the cross? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? But God took a toll and said, you know what? I'm going to respond because I love them, and I'm going to die for them. You think it is easy? So for God, Jesus Christ even praying and saying that, God, that I don't want to die, like, if this is your call. Like, he was a human being too, for goodness sake. It was not easy, but yet he decided to do the Father's will and ended up dying for you and for myself. And yet, one moron will tell you that he does not, or he or she does not need a paper to prove their love for you. Please, if such a person tell you that kind of thing, carry your 2 left legs. In case you have any other extra leg, borrow leg and run. Please, take it from me. I honestly don't like talking about relationship stuff and all like that, because it's not a one should fit size all for people. That is why I don't like talking about it, because a lot of context has to be in it before, like, people have different stories, to be very honest. So yes, as I was saying, to finish our point though, marriage is not a bondage, and marriage is not a bondage. Marriage is beautiful. If you see people that have beautiful marriages, something to desire, something to pray about. And those things you see on Instagram and everything, they've done work. They've done the work behind, the work of refining, learning how to communicate, learning how to let the person have the say over their own. Like, they learn sacrifice, and that's why it looks beautiful. That can learn how to do the work too. I'm not shading anybody, sorry. So I feel like people, I don't know if it's because people say that kind of thing because people are afraid of commitment. I feel like that's also another reason for situationships and things like that. People being in a situation, they're like, they don't want to put a name to it. They don't want to put a name to what we are, because of they don't want it to spoil, or they don't want to spoil the friendship. If you are in, you are in. If you are out, please step out. Don't waste that time. It looks like I'm fighting for somebody. I think this last point also is the same thing as my first point about how love is not a feeling. Marriage is not fairy tale. Love is not a fairy tale. Barbie has lied to us. Cinderella, Disney movie, they have lied to us. They told us that if you find Prince Charming, he sorts out all your problems, you live happily ever after. That is what? That's a lie. That's a lie from Cartoon Network. That's a lie from Disney movie. So, love, you getting married or you being in a relationship or you finding love does not sort all your problems. God sort all your problems out. God sort all your problem out. We have this feeling that we have this when people mention marriage, many people have this, oh, me too, I go love, or kind of ideology, and it's nice, it's beautiful, like companionship is amazing when you see it from people, and but it is not just only that. I feel like people should talk about how, like, we're not saying talk about the hardships of marriage, but talk about that it is so not easy. It's not beans, it's not moi moi, it's not rice, or it's not even indomie. What can I say? Let's say it's yam. But love takes work, basically. Serious relationships, even friendships, take real work. They take sacrifice, they take patience. It's like constant building and constant checking ups and things like that. So relationship or love in general is not a fairy tale. Please take that out of your mind also. And I think I've come to the end of this video. If you have not liked or subscribed, I feel you should do so right now, because I have actually recorded this video like 3 to 4 times. I'm not even lying to you. Spent my wonderful day recording it, but I just kept pushing on. I told myself that it's going to bless somebody and somebody's going to really benefit from it. I was just going to just settle for a voiceover, and I really pray that it's even still recording, because first time my battery died, second time I didn't know something was wrong with my SD card, and I had to like record again and again and again and again. So yeah, I don't know if you like videos like this where I sit down, talk, we gist, to catch up, and we talk about like topical matters and things like that. If you have heard any funny lie or things like that about relationship, share with me in the comment section. Let me know what you think. And if you like videos like this, let me also know. Don't forget to share, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to don't forget to share, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to comment. Yes, and have a lovely day. And how was my makeup? Rate me 1 to 10. No, 6 to 10. Have a lovely day. Bye bye.